Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank
the
Show,
Frank,
what? The Frank Show, come on, the Frank Show, what? The Frank Show, come on, Frank Show. It's time for the show. Hey, what's good, y'all? Frank here, and you know what? I had a day off, got a key in my mailbox for Mixture, and I was like, you know what? This is one of those Moss games, kind of third-person hack and slash, first-person doing some fun little stuff here and there. What could go wrong? Boy, it's not the worst thing that I've ever played, or else I probably wouldn't have made this video altogether, but it needs a lot of work. So initial options, I was not overwhelmed by my choices there. I think you don't really need too much more, but hey, what are you gonna do? They did offer an easy and normal mode, which is great for anybody that wants to just kind of have fun and relax with this, which is probably where it's gonna find its biggest audience. So my first gripe came in interacting with the story. I didn't like the overly wordy text prompts. I'm sure there are people that will like this a lot, but wasn't my bag. I just kind of kept clicking through them and speed reading, got a general sense, wasn't too pulled into it. Now, the little character moth thing that you get to control looks really good, but the general environment, the textures are rough. I mean, I feel like they could have put a lot more work into that. Maybe this was optimized for the Quest and they didn't swap textures for the PSVR2. I have no idea, but does not look that great. Moth moves really slow. I found that I just kept dashing and dashing and dashing and dashing everywhere. The animations for kind of the stuff happening in the world are okay. I wouldn't call this like the most beautiful or crystal clear game you've ever played, but that's really not what you're going for. What you're going for is kind of the gameplay. So the hack and slash felt fine. The enemies have these little rings around them to show your health. You get this little bar over to get your health. You walk into these little lights and you can regain health. Where I had my biggest problem is your first person interaction. So the big thing you do in this game is you have a hand and you can collect little samples from in the world with your offhand, and then with those samples you can create these little mixtures. The name of the game. And with those mixtures, you can interact with things in the world or characters, solve puzzles, this and that. You get a little ring when you do it. You grab it, so you grab the mixture out of the ring, you take it and you toss it, right? That's the move. But what doesn't really work is the toss mechanic. It works, but what you have to do is what they want you to do. You have to hold it, you have to go back, you have to like get it right in front of your face at a certain point. And when you're in the heat of the moment, you're in the battle, you're just kind of trying to have fun 90% of the time, at least me, and I've played a lot of games and I've played a lot of VR toss mechanics, and typically I've had no issue with this. The thing just falls at my feet and you feel like a dummy, and it frustrated me to the degree where it was like, once I got into like a big combat scenario, I didn't want to keep going anymore, which is not something you want to feel. And it wasn't a matter of me needing to learn some new system. It was a matter of it's not, their system built for throwing is not that great. So it could be fixed. This game could easily be fixed in that way. And some of the puzzles were fun. And like I said, you can also upgrade your little moth person to have more combos and more moves. And another major issue I had, I kept having camera problems, having to reset my camera. The spots they choose to jump when you like, the third person camera swaps were awkward. And this was just in like my first 30 minutes of the game, so I can't imagine how much worse it gets. The boss battle was pretty fun. I did a boss battle, I liked that. The combat was cool when it wasn't 100% reliant on me just throwing stuff. If that throwing could be fixed, it could probably be a lot more fun, but it would take a lot of work to really make this stand up to some visual standard if you're looking for some just beautiful game. Like I have to compare is something to like Moss, which instantly emotionally attached me a bit to the story and was just stunning even on PSVR1. And this, in my opinion, on PSVR2 does not hold up to that. I have no idea right offhand what the price is, if it's low enough or on sale. Like, I think you could have fun with this game. I think it's got some fun things going on, but I think it's got a lot not going for it that would frustrate many players to the point where if I was to say, hey, go buy this game, you gotta grab it right now, you'd come back to me and be like, Frank, that we play the same game. So yeah, mixture, more like mixture. You know, I've been thinking about that one for a minute. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Thank you all for coming through. I hope you're enjoying the content. I haven't done a review like this in a while. Once again, fun game, could be really cool. Hopefully they want to fix and work and do all this and that on it, but I have no idea. But yeah, that's it. You're beautiful. Don't forget it. Number one, killing it. Couldn't be here without you. And as always, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Nah. Smudge.